Hi everyone. I think you guys are doing great, or you guys are doing something, and that's what I expect from you. Something and be nothing and do something, and that's what I always give advices on. My advice doesn't have any don't have any values, but I give them. So another thing is now today why am I here is I'm here because I'm frustrated by the people. I'm here because I'm frustrated by the system. I'm frustrated by uh, people trying to like prove something. Like they're trying to prove God to us. Ever since I don't know, it's been very. It's been more than BCs ago, or before Christ, or I don't know, many 10,000 or millions of years ago. I don't know. But people, as it has seems like people are trying to prove there is a God. Yeah, there is an energy because when there is the reason why there is God because there is no answer. When there is no answer, that becomes God. For example, I'm a God because as being a human being, nobody has answered how we came. People say it came that we came out of apes, and we were apes back then. There are a lot of theories, but they are all theories to confuse you. They're only confusions, right? So there is specific. So everyone is God. The whole earth is God because it doesn't have no answer, no specific answer. So that's the reason there is a God. But people always trying to prove there's a God, and people always trying to be against the satans or against the evils and fighting that evil will come or this God is not enough, not powerful enough than other God. Like this, the religion God is not powerful because this God have this much of evilness or blah 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 and stuff. Why? That proves you don't believe in other gods. That means you only believes in your God. That means there is only one specific God for you, and that's completely fine for you. But why you are trying to prove that? Because you don't believe that they do exist. Because you don't believe in yourself. You're only fighting to prove that. Why? Does that even matter? I don't think so. That even matter. To prove something. There's no need to prove something. For example, I don't need to prove the people that this is water. Trust me, this is water. I don't need to prove them. Because there's if there is a water, for example, there's a river, for example. I don't need to prove the whole human race that this is a river or this is a river where the water comes from. No, I don't need to prove that because there people know this is the water. Everybody trusts you. You don't need to prove anything. But people are fighting to prove that because if people fight to prove something, and if people are trying to prove something, means people trying to sell something. It's that connection. So they are selling God for their benefit, or I would not blame for their only benefit, but because they have been grew up like that. Because if I believe only God, I have many, many mistake that I have done. I could skip from that if I believe in God, because I believe in God, and I could do mistakes. I could do something bad for others. I could harm someone, and I could escape from that because at the end of the day, I believe God, and God will forgive us. If I murder someone, God will forgive us, right? This is how our beliefs works because we never blame ourselves. We never blame our beliefs, our thoughts, what we have done. We blame others. We never blames ourselves because we haven't grown up like that to blame self first and to blame others, or sorry, or to observe self and then if observing self and then speaking. No, we don't have that because we don't ever grew up from that kind of thing. So there comes a problem always, and there is a problem, and that's the problem, right? And that's the main problem. We and there where everything is ending. There where the end comes. Because if there is no uh, self observation or no feelings of existence of a self or bad side of a self that you have, and you don't have that feelings that I do have a bad side, there where the end comes for you, where you destroy yourself. But I'm just getting out of topic. But my topic is why people are trying to prove God. Why? I never get that. Why they're trying to prove that? And they're trying to prove something mysteriously. For example, uh, if in this world, in this earth, if something unique or different happens that even the science can't prove, then they name it as a god. Because nobody has answer. God is like an alien. God is an alien. That's what it is. God is an alien. And people happens. I always try to say told to the people that if something mysterious happen in this world, ours, because it comes out of nothing. And for example, while we are creating something, nothing, while we're creating something, there might be fault. This might be Earth's fault. And we always say that our planet Earth is so perfectly designed, the nature is so perfect. No. How could you say something is perfect when we haven't seen the imperfect universe yet? Imperfect Earth yet? Who knows this is a perfect or not? This nature is perfect or not? Who knows? We haven't seen another imperfect planet. There needs to be compared to wow, from where to compare, from whom to compare with. That's my point. Something happens if you do randomly. If you throw something, sometimes it goes into the hole and something unique happen. For example, creating of a earth, maybe it creates out of something randomly. For example, it created randomly. Okay, let's believe a Big Bang theory for a while. Boom, happens randomly, and it creates a good earth. Because sometimes you throw something randomly, it into the holes randomly. Sometimes it gets into the hole or something different happens than your expectation. And that's what maybe Earth happens. This is how the Earth happens because life happens. Everything here is only happens. It just happens. For example, if I die tomorrow, it happens. Fine. It happens. We should not be worrying about that. It happens. Because everything here is only happening. I come from the sperm that has. If a normal person sees that, for example, nobody knows that from sperm we become the human being. If nobody knows, and the person who sees that person don't know his sperm goes inside, and they have zero knowledge. And that person, for example, has, for example, we cannot like a person like I cannot say that from the sperm a whole body could make, but it happens, right? It happens. The sperm just it's like glue-like substances, right? That I'm talking. What the fuck I'm talking about? But this that simple thing. Sorry, and it from that we created we the whole body created. How? It works for every other animals. The mammals, it works for that sperm. Who would believe that from the sperm the whole body, whole bones will come out of it, whole eyes, leg. People will start walking. There will be a brain from that little sperm. Who knows that? But it happens because everything here is only happens. We don't need to find proof because we are only stuck on that. From the I think from 18 since 18 years of my life, I'm only stuck on the proving this, proving that. This this thing is wrong. This might be false, and this might be true. This might. I'm only here to prove truth. A truth. A truth. I don't know what's the truth actually mean. It's all confusion and proofs. We're always trying to prove ourselves, not proving the thing that we are working on. We try to prove ourselves. We never try to prove anything. We try to prove ourselves. And yep, so let's not prove anything. We are only proving ourselves. It's only our feelings that we have, and it's all everything just happens. We need to understand that it's all only happening thing. Earth is only happening things. We are only happening things. So we should not be having that. Okay, this also that we should not be having ego on ourselves or something that kills us, even though we believe we are growing. Blah, 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 what I'm talking, I don't know. Yeah, bye bye.